All right, John. So what do you got for the what if show?
Oh, I mean, not well. I did have one idea.
Okay, hit me with it.
Okay, so you know how Spider-Man, you know Spider-Man. Okay, so what if instead of a guy getting bit by a radioactive spider, it's a spider that gets bit by a radioactive guy, and then he has like human powers?
How would the man bite the spider? I mean, they're tiny and they have exoskeletons.
Yeah. Okay, so he bites it hard enough to like break the skin, but like not hard enough to kill it. But so like then the spider gets human powers. He can like speak and like pay bills.
But yeah, like spiders have exoskeletons. I just said that they don't have skin. Like,
sure, but
their exoskeleton contains like their innards and stuff.
Right, but I mean, I feel like my stomach contains my innards, and if I get a cut on my stomach, I'm fine.
Yeah, but like, I mean, like take the tarantula. Like if you drop a tarantula and like it just explodes if it hits the ground.
What?
You didn't know this?
No.
Yeah, like I guess it's something with their exoskeleton.
No, it doesn't.
Like they hit the ground and they're like, yeah, they like it's not even that far.
Hold on, let me look this up. A fall even from like a few inches could be fatal, and from higher causes an explosion.
Yeah. Crazy.
What? All right, hold on a second.
What are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? I'm ordering a tarantula.
That's cruel. Don't do that.
It's for science.
Well, okay. No tarantulas were harmed in the recording of this podcast.
Oh. Hello, and welcome to the TNT Podcast, the show where we talk about anything, and I mean anything, except that thing you're thinking of, but I like your style. We'll also be doing whatever the hell else we feel like, because it's our show, and we do what we want. I'm being mocked.
Is mocked the right word?
I'm being mimicked.
There you go.
I'm also Tyler.
And I'm Ty.
And yeah, he was like lip syncing along with me the whole time.
Lip-syncing.
And being like super distracting.
For the longest time, I didn't know that the band NSYNC, like, I didn't realize what in sync meant. Like, I mean, like, together,
right.
In sync. I just thought their name was NSYNC.
It is. But you didn't get the kind of like the play on words.
The double
there.
entendre. Yeah.
I think I figured that out pretty quick. Because like I think what I did was I went to say something was in sync, and then I was like, it's in sync, and then I was like, oh.
That means
a thing. That's probably why they did that. Because
Yeah.
they're a boy band and they were in sync with each other.
Right.
And the Backstreet Boys sung in back streets. I don't know.
They only did concerts in back streets.
And they're boys.
Right.
So
98 degrees.
they only performed if it was 98 degrees or hotter. They put on one show a year on the hottest day of the year.
Who else? Boys to Men. They only put on concerts for boys and men. Does that make sense?
Boys, a bunch of boys and two men.
Oh, okay.
boys, two men.
Two men.
Hey, boys and two men.
Anyway,
we already did the show.
yeah.
So
it's another one of those that we, tend to do sometimes.
We started talking about something. I don't remember.
You didn't even know I was recording.
I had no idea for the first 3 minutes. I was so far away from the mic, so if I'm quiet for the first few minutes, I'm sorry.
At first, I thought it was going to be like, just B-roll stuff.
Yeah.
And then we actually started talking about something.
We do that a lot.
Yeah.
We'll start talking about bullshit, and so you'll start recording it thinking, oh, we can put this as outtakes or whatever. And then it spirals into an hour-long episode.
Right.
And that's what happened.
Yeah, have fun with this hour-long episode.
Don't know what we talked about, but it was about stuff for sure.
It was about stuff, I would think.
I absolutely, that much I would put money on it.
Things as well. Stuff and things. You don't think so?
Hard disagree.
I guess.
But yeah, so, well, you know what? We've rambled for so long, and now we're rambling
We're rambling again.
I need to stop while I'm ahead.
We're rambling men.
I was born a rambling man. Anyway, enjoy the show that's already over. There's going to be a weird cut. Have fun.
Yeah, fun.
So the Japanese have their alphabet that they call the katakana, which is the alphabet they use to spell out like English words or something. And if they were to spell lucky, they don't have an L sound, so it would really be like rucky. It really would be.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
That's just doing the language, really.
Yeah.
It took me so long because I was trying to read, because I work for a Japanese company. And so there's, on a lot of our stuff, there's both English and Japanese. And so there's a bin that we throw our plastic in. It says plastic, and underneath it has the Japanese katakana for plastic. And I was like, I wonder how you pronounce that. And finally, after doing enough Japanese on my phone,
plastic?
It's plastiku. So it sounds like plastic, just with a kind of Japanese enunciation there, which is funny. I was like, oh my god, it's literally pudastiku. Pudastiku. And I have a shirt with Pennywise on it, and it has Japanese characters. I was like, I wonder what that is. Pennywise-u. I was like, okay, cool.
Nice.
They put "oo" at the end of a lot of their things.
I gathered that. Do you have a lot of Japanese people that like you see on a daily basis?
I don't work like beside them because they're usually like the higher ups. Some of the more advanced engineers and the like higher up managers and stuff are Japanese, but I'll see them every so often. They're in the break room and stuff, and they'll be talking to each other in Japanese.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It's very neat.
Right. Which is another reason I want to learn, because I want to be able to talk to them. I think that'd be neat.
Or you could like listen in secretly.
Yeah, see if they're talking shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's bad, but I always assume if somebody is speaking a language I don't understand around me, they're talking shit
about you.
They're talking shit about me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stupid fucking American.
Yeah, I'd always love to be in like one of those situations like where they're talking shit and then you get up to leave and you say something to them in that language.
In their language, and they're like, oh fuck.
Oh shit. Yeah.
He definitely heard everything we said. I heard about a guy at work, and this is why I kind of been scared to do this. So I know certain phrases and words in Japanese, right? So I'm kind of tempted to just say something like hello or like how are you or something to them when I see them. But a guy did that once. He walked up to a guy and was like konnichiwa, which is hello. And the dude started just blah, 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 in Japanese, and he's like and he's like, oh, you don't speak Japanese? He's like, no, I just know that. And he's like, oh, okay. Like,
you think they would know that? I mean, here's this totally American looking person,
right? And
it's saying a very common, well-known Japanese
I guess
word.
they were just hesitant, but like I guess if I saw somebody that wasn't like a normal American looking person, whatever that is, because I guess they're a white guy, I don't know. If I saw someone and they said hello to me or like hey, I'd be like, oh hey, what's up?
Yeah, but English is like the universal language too.
Sure, but yeah, I guess if I went to a different country and someone said hello to me,
yeah,
I don't know, I'd probably be excited.
Probably know.
I'd be like, oh hey, what's up? You speak English? And they'd be like,
I'll bet they would. I mean, a lot of foreign people know English.
Sure.
A lot of foreign people know more than one language.
I know. We don't teach that here because we're all about ourselves.
Yeah.
Why would we learn a different language?
Yeah, we teach English like all through high school.
And I still don't know it. English is fucked.
It's like we've talked about it before. We speak. What?
Yeah. I give everybody shit for that. Like I was talking to my niece the other day, and she got like an A- in English or something. She always gets straight A's. She's really good in school, but she got an A- in English. I was like, A- in English? That's the language you speak. Like,
didn't Rick say that in one of
yeah, like you're taking English, you speak that. Like that's the language you speak. Why are you taking English? But yeah, I do that to her every time she gets a new report card. I'm like, you're taking English, you speak that. But like it's necessary because English is so fucking complex.
Yeah.
I still mess up grammar to this day.
I'm pretty good at grammar.
Well, you went to college for writing too.
Yeah.
I'm
a bit of a grammar. Is it okay to say grammar Nazi?
Yeah, that's fine. It's okay to be a grammar Nazi. It's not okay to be a regular
Just
Nazi.
a regular Nazi. Yeah.
I am to a point, but like if somebody misplaces a comma or doesn't use a comma, it's not the end of the world to me.
Comma usage is a little different.
Yeah, I don't
like
really care. if
But
you
like
don't,
if somebody uses the wrong form of there,
Yeah.
I'm going to correct you.
if
on
they
it.
use the wrong your, the wrong there, stuff like that, I'm like, ugh. It's almost like a turnoff to me. I'm like, okay, so you're fucking stupid.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
cool.
I actually read that and I'm like, oh, so you're not as smart.
Yeah. So you're uneducated. Okay.
Yeah. And it's probably like a bad assumption because not English isn't everyone's forte.
And like, yeah, it doesn't necessarily. They could just be being lazy, don't feel like putting the right thing or whatever. Because that's what Lexi does. Lexi will use the wrong form of there all the time, or use the wrong your, and it's because she doesn't care to pick the right one. She just types real fast.
But I feel like it doesn't take that much more effort at all.
No.
Like, especially if you use the wrong form that's longer.
Right.
Like if you use your Y-O-U apostrophe R-E when you mean Y-O-U-R.
Yeah, I've seen people do that.
Yeah.
I think she uses their THERE no matter what.
Yeah, but see, it doesn't take any more effort.
Right.
Because it's the same amount of letters.
Yeah, and I think she never uses apostrophe RE on your. She just does your. And it drives me up the fucking wall.
If you notice, most of my texts, like text is where you're supposed to be super informal, but like all of mine are usually grammatically. Like I'll have periods, commas.
You'll use parentheses.
Yeah.
You'll use a fucking semicolon if it's necessary.
I do.
You throw some hyphens in there.
Hell yeah, I love hyphens. That's one of my favorite punctuation marks.
Like, you'll start a new paragraph if necessary.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's funny because it
Because I don't
depends
want
on
like a big giant paragraph.
it depends on my mood. Usually, I'm pretty good about it. Other times, I just forego all commas, all apostrophes. Fuck it.
Ugh.
I don't use quotation marks. If I say, "Hey, I said this to this person," I just go. You get the gist.
Because I say it in my head when I type it.
Yeah.
And I hear the comma break in my head. So if I
Right.
don't type it, it sounds weird to me.
I'm gonna put a comma after every word. I'm gonna put a comma.
Jesus.
Shoot, I was gonna say something. Oh,
Something.
okay. So does it annoy you? Because I notice that I do this when I send multiple texts in a row. Like I'll send a sentence and then another sentence and then another sentence.
Not really. I'm kind of used to it. I have a coworker that a coworker at the other place, the other newspaper, and they do that a lot. Because I communicate them with on a day. But yeah, it's like one after the other, like messenger, like old instant messenger.
Yeah, and it's funny to me because for some reason, especially if I'm trying to be funny, for some reason that adds to it to me.
In a certain way, yeah, I can
Like
see that.
you'll see, it's especially if I know that because you have your red notifications on. So if I know you're looking at it, I'll be like, he's going to see this and then this and then this instead of just reading it in one long text.
Yeah.
It kind of
Yeah.
adds to it
Yeah, it doesn't have that same effect
if it's just a paragraph.
yeah.
Yeah, I do that a lot. I'll send like 5 texts in a row when it could have just been one long text.
I remember neither you or Lexi didn't have your read receipts on. And
I only have it on for you.
I made you guys do it both for me because it drives me up the wall not being able to see when someone's read my text.
Sure, I get that, but I also like to be able to ignore somebody for a while if I need to. So like if somebody sends me a text and it's like I really don't feel like replying right now, like if I'm doing something, like say I'm out doing something like at the store or something and I check in, I'm like, well, I'm doing something, I'll get back to it later. I don't want to see that I don't want them to see that I've read it because then they'll think, oh, he saw it and he's not replying, like why is he ignoring me? You know? Because I'm planning on getting to it, I just can't right now. Yeah, so I don't know. I think that's the reason I don't have them on usually.
I think I would understand that, though. Like, I would see that you read it, and I'd be like, well, he at least knows I sent it, so he's going to get back to me soon.
I get that. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. I like the option to ignore somebody. But I don't have that option
You can
with you.
just, like,
Look at
your
it and
phone's
don't
in the
open
lock
it.
screen. Yeah, just open it like that and see the little notification on the notification screen.
Especially because we both have our watches, too. So I can look at the text on my watch, and it doesn't open it if you do that.
Yeah, it pops up on the watch, but it doesn't show that it's read.
Right. And sometimes I'll do that, too. And, like, I think you may have noticed, like, you won't get the read receipt, but I read it on my watch. So, I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes I will notice that it'll be a while before you read it.
I'm usually doing something, but other times, especially if I know the conversation's like ending, and like you'll like reply one more time, and I'm like, okay, I see it.
Yeah,
and
you
then
don't need to reply.
I don't need to open it.
I think I'm of the people I know. I think I'm one of the most responsive people. Like 9 times, as long as I'm not like sleeping or like really super busy, like I will take the time to like check my text and reply if I have to, like right then.
Yeah,
Like, because I almost,
it's almost like stressing you out if you wait.
Yeah. As soon as I get a text, I usually check it and reply.
If I'm like playing a game or something, I usually don't look at my phone.
I'll usually pause it and reply.
I will if it's not an intense situation. If I'm in the middle of like a fight or something, you're gonna have to wait. Or especially like if I'm playing an online game, if I'm in the middle of a
then you can't
Call of Duty
pause.
round,
Yeah.
like if I'm playing online, I can pause, but I might die. So
I saw there's a new season of Call of Duty out
Is there?
now. There's new like online locations and stuff. I didn't look at it, but I didn't even know they did it that way.
yeah, I haven't played that in a while. I've been playing other things. I've been playing a lot of single player games.
Yeah.
Have you been playing more?
I've been playing baseball pretty much exclusively. I tried playing Marvel Avengers. It's good.
It's aight.
It's not the controls are a little tricky for me, and I don't know. I'm not crazy about the character models, but I think just because they're not the Marvel movie characters.
We're spoiled by that. And I also think we're spoiled by how good Spider-Man is. So
the game?
The Spider-Man games,
Yeah.
yes. So like the movement and the action and the fighting and everything is so crisp and well done in the Spider-Man games that if anything's a little off, we're like, well, that sucked. Like, you know?
Like, I remember you take control as Iron Man and you're flying across the bridge because it's one of the first
It's like the
missions.
opening mission.
Yeah, and I just remember like his targeting was like you can't. It's just
It was
great.
hard
It was
to
really
target while you're flying.
Yeah.
And I think it's intentionally hard. So that like you can't just blast people just super easy. And I've been playing a little bit, but I haven't played as Iron Man again since then, so I don't know if that's something you need to be able to do all the time or what. You play most of it as Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
I've played as her and the Hulk a lot so far, and that's about it.
How is there a Miss Marvel and a Captain Marvel?
So
No, I know they exist. Like, I know at one time, Miss Marvel becomes Captain Marvel or something.
something like that. So they're completely different characters.
I know they're different characters, but
No, this is for the audience, not you.
oh, okay.
Shut up, Ty. I'm talking to them.
Well, I thought you were trying to tell me that they were. I don't know.
I'm not telling you. So they're completely different characters. And so
Since you don't need me, I'm just going to
Stop
go and
it.
leave.
Stop it. And I think she was a big fan of Captain Marvel because she wore like the lightning bolt and shit. And so I think that was just like her name she picked as her superhero alter ego because her name's Kamala Khan. And I think that's just kind of the name she picked because she kind of idolized Captain Marvel. So she's like, I'm Miss Marvel.
Seems like lazy.
Yeah, I thought that
Writing.
too. I was like, there's a Miss Marvel and a Captain Marvel. But yeah, it's confusing because I thought the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, Miss Marvel was probably before she became Captain Marvel. But it turned out they're completely different characters. But yeah.
The original Captain Marvel was Shazam in the DC universe.
Yeah, Captain Marvel in the DC universe.
But that was, I think, before Marvel was even a thing.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, I think Marvel actually like...
Because Marvel is newer in the... Not new, but in the retrospect of comics, it's newer.
DC's been around longer. But yeah, I always thought that was funny. I saw something like that Captain Marvel was Shazam's original name.
Yeah, and then they got rid of him because he wasn't all that popular, I think. And then they brought him back, but they couldn't call him Captain Marvel because...
By then there was Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And it would be weird to have a Captain Marvel
Yeah,
in the DC
It was your
universe.
main competitor.
Yeah. It's like, hey, let's give a shout out to our main competitor.
Right? Yeah, if I remember right, the Shazam, each first letter starts like Shazam is like the different first name or first initial of one of the sorcerers that, because like Shazam's whole thing is like there's these sorcerers that like control his power, that like he can communicate with them in his head, and there's what, Shazam, there's 6 of them, and they all, the first initial of their names spell out Shazam. That's how he gets his name.
I know absolutely nothing about Shazam.
You should watch the movie. It's super
I've heard
good.
it's great.
It's really funny. It's really good.
I heard it's really good. He's kind of like the comic relief type character.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
They compare it to the feel of Deadpool, like it's a fun movie.
Like his sidekick is funny. The whole thing is just generally funny.
Yeah, all I know about him is he wears a red suit. Yep. That's literally it.
He's a little kid, and when he says Shazam, he turns into...
Oh, really?
He's not like little, but like he's in the movie, I think he's probably like 15.
So he's a teenager, and if he says Shazam, then he turns into that big Superman looking motherfucker.
But he still has like the personality of his 15-year-old self.
Does he have the voice?
No.
Okay. No. That would be hilarious.
No, he takes the voice of...
That's like so funny. I had no idea.
Yeah. So he's still like super immature, which is what makes it funny.
Right. That's funny.
Yeah.
So he's like Spider-Man's age.
Mm-hmm.
But less mature than Spider-Man.
But yeah.
Right on. I might have to watch that. There's so many DC movies I haven't watched. Did you watch the Snyder Cut?
Mm-hmm. I sat down and watched the whole thing in one sitting.
Good Lord.
It was tough.
You had to set aside a whole day for that.
Yeah. It was really good, though. It definitely added a lot to it. How they ended it, like, it made it seem like they would make more movies after it to continue on from the story, but like they've already said that he's done making movies for him, and they're not gonna like explore that part of it anymore. So
they've already kind of started the new phase of DC movies with the new Suicide Squad coming out. Thus, the sequel to Suicide Squad is the Suicide Squad.
Why
are they so bad at naming?
How creative is that? Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
You know what Marvel does? They put a 2 after their things. That's what they do. Or a different tagline.
Well, Aquaman, they're doing that with Aquaman.
Aquaman too? Hey, imagine that. They actually, did that.
I just think it's dumb and I thought it was dumb when it first happened, when they did Justice League after only introducing Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Yeah, see, when
they introduced Aquaman and Flash and Cyborg in the Justice League movie.
Yeah. Yeah, and Marvel, each Avenger got their own movie.
Yeah.
And then they came out with the Avengers, because that makes fucking sense.
It's like, I don't know if they were like, because I don't know the timing with that, like how that lined up with the Avengers movies. I don't know if
they were shit, we need to do Justice League.
Yeah, I don't know if they were trying to get Justice League out, but I feel like it would have worked so much better to get the rest of them out.
Yeah. The Avengers have had 4 movies now, and they just released the second version of the first Justice League movie.
Man, I've been watching I've told you, I've been watching the Marvel movies in order. There's a rough stretch, and
there is not a rough stretch.
No, there is. I don't even care. Well, we had been talking about Iron Man 3 before, and it had been a long time, so I'm like, well, maybe I was just not remembering. Maybe it was actually okay, and I just was misremembering it. No, I didn't like it at all. Dude, like, it was like...
I really like it.
I didn't think much of it at all.
You're just salty about the Mandarin.
Well, yeah. I mean,
that's
that
exactly
part's stupid, but I don't know. There's the stretch from, let's see, Incredible Hulk is not very good. None of them are outright bad. I will say that.
There's no such thing as a bad Marvel movie.
I can watch through them. Hulk isn't all that good.
Yeah.
Then Thor, the first Thor, which is like the weakest Thor, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I really like that one too.
It's all right. I don't like it as much as I did the first time I saw it. Then what's after that?
Because you're watching it in timeline order, not the order that they came out.
So after that is, I can't remember. But then there's Dark World, which also, it's all right.
That's one of the weaker ones. I'll give you that.
And then Iron Man 3. Those 4 are in a span of 5, with the Avengers in the middle somewhere. So yeah, that was a little tough to get through, but I'm at Guardians 2 now, so
Well, there you go.
Yeah, we're on the upswing.
Yeah, I don't think there's any such thing as a bad MCU movie. Like, they've pretty much knocked it out of the park with everything they've done. And I can definitely admit that there's some that aren't as good as others. And yeah, the Thor: The Dark World might be my least favorite MCU movie.
I actually think I like that one better than the original Thor.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I
know a lot of people
really
don't
like
like
the
it.
original Thor.
I don't like it as much, but
if it wasn't for Ragnarok being so fucking good,
yeah, that one's
the first
great.
one would be one of my favorite, probably my favorite Thor.
I don't know.
I'm
actually realizing how much I love Captain America. He might actually be my favorite now.
Really?
Like I watched Winter Soldier like recently, and I forgot how amazing that one
really
is.
good.
And Civil War is like either the best or second best.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, I'll have to watch Endgame again because that one was up there too. And then the first Captain America is great, and I just like his character. Like he's always heroic.
And after watching Falcon and Winter Soldier and seeing how bad of a Captain America John Walker is,
Yeah,
it kind of makes
you appreciate
really
him more. Mm-hmm.
Steve. You're like, this asshole.
Yeah. I did see where they were saying Shuri, what they were planning on having her become the new Black Panther.
I'm so down.
But like there's like a drawback because the actress who plays her, or Shuri, was like had come out against like saying some bad shit about the vaccine.
Oh, jeez.
Some controversial stuff she was tweeting and people weren't very happy with. They're probably still going to stick with her, I imagine, but I can't.
Why she got to be dumb though?
I don't know.
Like, could she like not? Is that an option? Could she not?
This was a while back, so I don't know if she's still.
Some people were skeptical when it first came out, and I can kind of sympathize with that, I guess. Like, yeah, it was brand new, so I can understand being a little wary of it. Mm-hmm. But I guess it depends on what she said. If she was like plugging like false information, like that's really bad.
Yeah, so I don't know what it was. I don't remember.
She's saying like they're gonna microchip you.
Yeah,
Bill Gates.
I don't think
QAnon.
I don't think it was that bad.
Turning the frogs gay.
I don't think it was Gina Carano bad.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. I just realized I forgot my little
I realized it a second ago.
mic cover.
The screen thing.
Yeah.
The screen thing.
I don't know what it's called.
I call it a screen thing.
Probably what it's
I don't know
called.
if you could tell. That's the technical term.
Yeah.
Hey, you got one of them screen things? It actually says that on the box when you order one.
One of them screen things.
It says Panasonic, one of those screen things. But no, I'm down. But I'm afraid of, I guess, how they're going to handle killing Black Panther. Because something has to happen to him.
Yeah.
And Chadwick died, and I don't know if they were able to get footage for Black Panther 2 or any extra footage of him.
The thing is, you can animate the suit.
And Marvel's really fucking good at doing animation with or without the actor there.
I mean, his suit is a CGI. I mean, he's got the mask on. So like you can animate that, but then like his voice, I'm sure they
have sound bites.
Yeah.
And like they're really good at animating actual faces too.
Yeah.
Like
it still weirds me out a little bit.
Right?
But yeah, as a whole, they're pretty good.
Like there's certain scenes that I realized later on when watching like behind the scenes type shit, and like there's entire scenes where like a dude's present in the scene, but he's not actually there. It's all CGI. And I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like Marvel CGI is like the best in the business.
Marvel and Disney as a whole, because like Star Wars doing it with Carrie Fisher, and then Rogue One, what's his name? The guy in the Death Star that blows up. He's like the old guy in the
the original like dude that shows up and blows up the Death Star, or blows up Alderaan. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Is that Grand Moff Tarkin? Is that his name? Could be. I think that's his name.
I know he's played by who played him in Family Guy? Was it Peter Smith, Lois's dad?
Maybe.
I think
yeah,
so.
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's all I know.
Yeah.
She said no. Should we still do it?
Yeah. Speaking of Star Wars, there's a new series coming out on May 4th.
What?
Star Wars movie, or Star Wars Day.
May the 4th be with you.
Yeah, it's a new series on Disney. It's centered around stormtroopers somehow.
Huh.
You don't remember? You didn't see that?
I don't think I've seen anything about that. Wasn't there something else that was supposed to be coming out too, Star Warsy? I thought there was something else. I could be not remembering it right.
Not off the top of my head, I don't know.
Oh, no, something got announced. It was like some Obi-Wan type thing. It got announced a while back that they were working on it.
Oh, yeah.
And, like,
because
the dude that played him was coming back for it.
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be cool.
Yeah, I don't know what that is or I know it's an Obi-Wan, but I don't know when that's.
Right. I just saw it got announced. It's actually called like Obi-Wan, I think.
It's called Star Wars The Bad Batch. Oh, maybe that's animated. The next Star Wars animated series will debut on May the 4th, aka Star Wars Day, exclusively on Disney+.
Nice. So it'll be like, what was that animated show that was pretty good?
Clone
Wars.
Clone
right?
Wars, yeah. Let's see, what's it say it's about?
Stormtroopers, you said.
That's what I thought, but I'm not so sure. Maybe that was just...
Well, it says the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
And they're really bad at aiming. So...
That just reminds me of that Family Guy clip where they're like aiming all over the place. Why can't we hit him?
Right.
Yeah, I don't... Oh, wait. The series follows the elite and experimental troopers of Clone Force 99, first introduced in Star Wars, The Clone Wars.
So it's clone troopers.
As they find their way in a rapidly changing galaxy in the immediate aftermath of the Clone War. Members of Bad Batch, as they prefer to be called, a unique squad of clones who vary genetically from their brothers in the clone army, each possess a singular exceptional skill which makes them extraordinarily effective soldiers and a formidable crew.
So it literally sounds like a continuation of the Clone Wars, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Well, that's cool. Especially for... I know that there were a lot of fans of that show that really liked the storyline in the Clone Wars. Mm-hmm. And so that's probably pretty exciting for anybody that was a fan of that.
Yeah, I don't think I ever watched it.
I watched a few episodes here and there, and I know it's regarded as like one of the best Star Wars takes. Like Star Wars fans really like it.
It's an animated series, yeah.
Yeah, it showed on Cartoon Network and shit. I remember seeing like episodes here and there, and I liked it, but I didn't know what was going on half the time because it's one of those where you have to follow the story. But it was good. The animation was neat. Yeah, it followed like young Anakin, and it was like really good. It was like kind of like...
Oh, right, because he like had the scar on his eye.
Yeah, it kind of showed his... in between him like learning to be a Jedi and becoming Darth Vader, and it kind of like explored that. It was neat.
They introduced a lot of lore in that, if I remember hearing right.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that where they said how like Darth Maul like
he
gets all those legs like attached to him, like those cybernetic legs?
Yeah, and I think a lot of it's considered canon. So
I think so. Yeah, that should be interesting. I'll probably watch it.
Yeah. And that chick that was in the Mandalorian with the cool hair,
the big tentacle thing.
Yeah, I call it hair.
I don't think it's hair, but
it looks like hair. And yeah, she was in the Clone Wars too.
Played by Rosario
She had
Dawson.
The white lightsaber. So cool. Can't wait for more Mandalorian.
Hell yeah. It's probably going to be a while.
It's probably going to be a while. But that's okay, because when they're taking a while, it means they're doing it right. Right? Right? Somebody say right.
Right.
Thank you.
What's the next Marvel series? Is it Loki?
Yes.
When's that come out?
This year.
I don't think it's that far. I think it's like in June, if I remember right.
Hey Siri, when does the show Loki premiere?
Which one? I found 2 TV shows. Mythical Detective Loki.
Why you gotta be like a fucking idiot though? Like is my question. That's the big question for me.
Ouch. She has feelings.
She doesn't.
Well, I like to think she does.
I like to think she does. I'm usually so nice to like Alexa and Siri
because otherwise one day they're gonna rise up and like,
First episode June 11th.
Nice. It's not too far.
Not too far. And
both series have been in this new phase have been so good.
So good.
WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Like, I'm convinced these guys can't mess anything up. They're just so good at what they do. And Black Widow's gonna be on there pretty soon too.
Oh yeah, that's a movie. Yeah.
That's gonna be on there July 9th, so after Loki.
So do you this is how I kind of take it anyway, that like all these series they're introducing are just kind of like one-off series?
That's what it feels like.
Because they're just a way to like progress the Marvel storyline. Like I don't really see any way they would go back to them later on.
Yeah, it would be hard for WandaVision. It was kind of like just cementing her as the Scarlet Witch and kind of exploring that story. And this one was Falcon and Winter Soldier was kind of Sam's journey to becoming Captain America and Bucky kind of coming to terms with everything and trying to better himself.
Right.
And so it's just kind of like, yeah, he's awesome.
I feel like he's an underrated character.
He's a really good guy. He's trying so hard.
And the guy who plays him, his name is Sebastian, which I love.
So like, it's funny because I feel like his name's backwards.
Sebastian Stan.
Yeah.
Stan Sebastian.
Sounds way better, does it not? But yeah. And so, yeah, like, where do you go from there? Like, I feel like that's just kind of cementing these characters as what they are so that they can be at that stage for the next movie that they want to play in with them in it.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I know at the end, and like, spoiler warning, I guess. Well, you already know that.
Yeah, I probably said too much already. I'm sorry.
Yeah, without giving a spoiler warning.
Yeah.
But like, at the very end, it says like Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
At the very end, yeah. And like, it kind of showed that, again, spoiler alert, John Walker becomes the U.S. agent is his new thing. And so it's like I said, it's kind of just cementing these characters into their new roles. But I feel like there's no reason they couldn't make a season 2 of this show with the way everything is right now.
Yeah.
But that being said, I doubt they will. And I'm okay with that. It was a great short series. It was only 6 episodes, but it was fantastic.
Yeah, no, it was really good.
And I kind of like the way they're doing it because there's only so much you can dive into in a movie.
I was just going to ask you this. How do you feel about them exploring the stuff in series versus a movie? Because I love it personally.
Yeah, because even the Snyder Cut which was a 4-hour movie. There's only so much you can put into a movie. And like Endgame, a 3-hour movie, like there's only so much you can do in a 3-hour movie. So
if you have like a 10 episode, well, none of them have been 10 episodes.
Yeah, this one's only 6. But that's
WandaVision
still,
was what, 8?
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, so this series was 6 episodes, roughly an hour an episode. So that's like a 6-hour movie.
I think it was like 40 minutes.
Yeah, 40 to 50. It kind of varied. But anyway, a
give or
5-hour movie minimum.
Yeah.
And that's a long ass movie. No one's going to sit through that. And so when you really want to dive into these different elements and character development and all this, it's way easier to do in a series than it is a movie.
You wonder if they're going to like focus on this more going forward. Like, is the next movie, well, not including Black Widow.
Yeah, it's like the next phase going to be more shows than
and then
movies.
Like once it gets to another Avengers movie, we're going to get a movie instead of a series.
I know there are some movies in development still, but there's a shit ton of series in development right now.
Right, like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I know that's a movie.
Yep, Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Guardians 3 got confirmed.
She-Hulk is another series. And Hawkeye.
Yep. There's a whole bunch.
Probably another Ant-Man, maybe. I'm not sure.
I don't think that's been confirmed yet.
Okay. Oh, and then there's that other, what's that new one series they debuted the premiere or the trailer for recently? It's one I had never heard of before. It's like a
Shang-Chi or something
like that.
Yeah. Did you watch the trailer?
No.
It actually looks really good. Like, I've never heard of it either, but it looks super good.
I'm sure I'll watch it. I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah. Okay. So far, WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier are out. Next is Loki, and then there's this one I'm really excited about. It's actually animated, but it's called What If? And so they kind of just literally like that. Hey, what if this would have happened instead of this? And then they'll make an episode about it. My cat's in the litter box outside the door.
She's very noisy.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can definitely hear it. So yeah, they literally like just think of something, whatever they want. Like, hey, what if Spider-Man did this, or what if the Hulk did this, and then they'll make an episode about it.
So is it going to be canonical or not?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And so it just kind of, that sounds fun. Miss Marvel's getting her own show.
Really?
Yep. Hawkeye. Do you know Moon Knight?
No.
He's kind of a more obscure character, but he's really neat. He wears this white cloak, and he has a staff with like a crescent moon on the top, and he has these weird powers, but he's pretty cool.
Sounds like Dr. Fate.
Could be. I don't know who that is. Is that a DC character?
Yeah.
She-Hulk, what? The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special? I am here for it. Secret Invasion, whatever that is. Ironheart. Oh.
Secret Invasion is the one about the what's their names from
Skrulls?
Skrulls, yeah.
Okay.
And Emilia Clarke's going to be in that. Daenerys Targaryen from
Ooh, nice.
from Game of Thrones.
Ironheart. Do you know who Ironheart is?
Nope.
I'm 90% sure. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But I'm pretty sure that's Morgan Stark, Iron Man's daughter. I'm pretty sure she goes on to be Ironheart. Armor Wars, whatever that is. An untitled Wakanda series. Ooh. And an untitled Echo series. No idea what that is.
Where
But-
was was that just series, not movies?
Yeah, just series. So there's already, counting WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier, which are already out, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, at least 14 series already planned.
Wow.
So
What, over the span of, like, does it say like what the latest one?
no. A lot of them are TBA. So
What's the last one to actually have a date?
first release? Okay. They plan She-Hulk by 2022. And so all the way through Hawkeye is going to be out this year.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're going to get Loki, What If, Miss Marvel, and Hawkeye this year.
I didn't even know they were doing a Miss Marvel.
Yeah. I can't remember. I think I saw something about somebody got cast as it, but now I don't remember.
But what about movies? Making noises while I search
Making
in
noises,
Google.
trying to not have dead space. I think that's worse. Okay, upcoming Marvel movies. Oh, it's Rotten Tomatoes. That's a good source. Okay, Black Widow's coming out soon. We know that. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten
Oh, so that's a
Rings.
movie. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was a series.
Nope, that one's a movie.
What was the first one you said?
Black Widow.
Black Widow.
And then the Eternals. Ooh, fancy.
Oh,
That's
okay.
coming out this year too, November.
I don't know much about that.
I don't know it either, but I'll learn when I watch it. Spider-Man No Way Home. That's going to be this year in December. Hawkeye series. It's got both the series and the movies in here. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is planned for March of 2022.
Apparently, Elizabeth Olsen came out and said that that's going to have like horror vibes in
Yeah,
it.
they said it's going to be a horror movie.
Yeah. I mean, I would imagine they would keep the PG-13. But
I am here for it. What? I mean, they could, because Deadpool's joining
Yeah.
the MCU, and they already said that, yeah, like he's going to be rated R. So they could.
that'd be cool.
Oh, this one I'm excited about. Thor:
I am
Love and Thunder.
Yeah, I'm
Because
excited.
Natalie
for that.
Portman's going to be Thor, and it's
Yeah.
going to be fantastic.
I actually just got my first physical Marvel comic, and it's the one that came out in 2014, where it's
Okay.
Thor is Jane.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Black Panther 2 in July of 2022. Deadpool 3.
I wonder if they're already filming that then, if it's July of 22.
You would think, because the editing of these kind of movies takes a long time.
Yeah.
Deadpool 3. It says release date, our guess, is October of 2022. Captain Marvel 2. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. What a tagline. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Blade.
Oh yeah, I forgot they were doing that.
Yeah, they're making a new Blade. Fantastic Four.
I will say that the guy they cast for Blade looks exactly like Wesley Snipes.
Right, which is just so great.
Yeah, what's his... I can't remember what his real name
Let's
is.
see. It
He was
should
in
say.
Alita.
He's got a name that's impossible to pronounce. His last name's Ali, like Muhammad. Mahershala. It's in blue there.
Mahershala.
Yeah. Marshall. Marshall Ali. And then the Fantastic Four. Hopefully, finally a good Fantastic Four movie.
A good one, yeah.
They haven't messed anything up. If anybody can save the Fantastic Four, it's the MCU. I said the Moon Knight series, Secret Invasion. Yeah, these are all series. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. I can't wait. Oh, I Am Groot is another series they're doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I don't know about that being a movie, but
Yup.
go back up. There was one I was...
No.
I feel like I had a comment on one. Keep going.
No.
Please?
I'm going.
Keep going. That
Was it
reminded me.
Quantumania?
Not that
Was
specifically.
it Hulkamania?
No. Ant-Man and the Wasp. I only think I've watched it once, but I remember it having a super weak plot line. Like I just remember
Take it back.
I just remember the story not like being like there was really no like main bad guy that they had to like there was the one bad character, but you really find out that they're not really all that bad.
No.
So it's like there really was no villain that they had to fight.
No.
That movie, and like I'm sure that movie just served as a purpose to introduce the quantum realm to the MCU.
That's fair. Because really the villain is the quantum realm. Because they have to figure out how to get in there to save the Wasp, the original Wasp.
Right.
So that's the main plot is like, hey, like you went into the quantum realm and came back. My wife might still be in there. Let's try to get her.
So I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but it just
They don't have there's no big bad.
I feel like it's just a weak plotted movie.
I kind of see what you're saying where there's not a main villain because Ghost turns out to not really be a bad person. And yeah, I can see what you're saying with that, but it's actually, I really, really like that movie. I've watched it quite a few times, actually.
Now, that one on Rotten Tomatoes has a better rating than Infinity War.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not as good as Infinity War.
No.
It's
I
great.
think it has a better rating than the first Ant-Man. I like the first Ant-Man a lot better.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know.
Sometimes ratings can be wrong.
Yeah. You know what other movie came out recently?
Mortal Kombat?
Yep.
We just watched it today.
Yeah.
You watched it twice.
I watched it twice in one day.
So we planned on just watching it separately, but then I had a busy day and I was like not home until after 9 o'clock. And and I texted Ty, I was like, I'm going to go ahead and watch that movie now. And he's like, I don't mind watching it again.
Yeah, I mostly just wanted to see it again to like see your reactions to it as it happened.
Yeah. And it's like,
because you're a MK freak.
What? MK freak. Yeah, I was like, sorry, that took a
That
while
was a very baffled look on your face.
It took me a while to process what you said. I'm sorry. I told you I'm bad at that. That's why I watch with subtitles.
I thought you were like offended that I called you a freak.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
That's what I thought that look was.
But no, yeah, I am an MK freak. It's like I've been, I don't know if obsessed is a good word, but yeah, I'll go with it. I've been pretty much obsessed with Mortal Kombat since I discovered Mortal Kombat as a young child. Probably too young to be playing Mortal Kombat.
Great time to discover Mortal Kombat.
I remember playing it on the Sega Genesis and in the arcade, and I was very young.
I think my first time experiencing it was like at the arcade at the bowling alley.
They had it at the bowling alley, and
I had a friend that I went
rink.
to school with. Well, you know him. I won't drop names or anything, but he
Drop his first name.
Chris.
Chris Hemsworth?
Yes.
Chris Evans?
Lots of Chris's in the MCU.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had it at his home one time, and we visited, and you can just sit there and you don't have to actually pay for it. And
Oh, he had the arcade machine.
Yeah, he had the machine.
That is badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always wanted to have something like they sell them in Walmart now, like classic
Yeah,
Pac-Man
they're like
and
smaller though. They're not
Yeah.
like full size or anything.
But still, it'd be
they're
neat
still
to have.
expensive as shit.
Yeah, it's like I can play Pac-Man on my phone for free.
Yeah.
But it would be the novelty of having it
Yeah.
is why it's expensive.
I feel like it would wear off after a while though.
Yeah, the novelty would get old quick. You're like, I just spent $300 on this fucking machine.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's that much. But
I think it
still.
is that much.
I think it's at least 100 something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember I went to the skating rink a lot growing up too, and they had Mortal Kombat there. And
Yeah, that's right.
and it was so cool. Those days were so neat because like somebody would figure out a secret, like the original like reptile fight or something, and then like you'd be watching a kid play it and they like did it and you're like, oh my god, how'd you do that? And it was
Yeah.
like you'd be passing secrets around the arcade.
Yeah, that's before like,
Before the internet
guides
like
or
took
anything
off
were
and
around
shit.
or the internet. Yeah.
So like discovering a secret was talking at the arcade.
Like fatalities weren't like the only way to know them was by word of mouth.
Yeah, be like, oh, you can do this. Enter this. You can figure out the fatality. And like, yeah, it wasn't something you just
Yeah.
knew. It wasn't something you could pause the game and look it up
Right.
like you can now.
Yeah, we're spoiled nowadays.
Yeah, first of all, they give you fatalities just out of the box. You can just
Yeah.
pause it and look at them.
And they're
the,
super simple to do.
and the other ones that aren't there, you can just
Look
them up.
Yeah. And for a while they did it where like you couldn't do them unless you had unlocked them, but they changed that.
Yeah. I know a lot of them, like now it's even better. In MK11, I know for sure, if you look it up and do it, then it goes ahead,
unlocks it.
goes ahead and unlocks it. So
Yeah.
now you don't have to look it up again. It'll be in your pause menu. I want to say like on MK9 and stuff, you could look them up and do them, but it wouldn't unlock them unless you like did the crypt thing where it actually unlocked them.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I feel like that sounds right.
Yeah.
But yeah, doing a fatality in like the first 2 or 3 Mortal Kombat games meant something. Like it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
The button combinations were complex too.
Yeah, and doing them with the joystick like in the arcade
Oh, yeah.
machine was so hard.
It was tough. And you only get so much time to input it. I remember like one of the most disappointing feelings is like you input it wrong and you just punch them in the face.
Yeah, and they
one
just
ti-
fall over.
You throw a quick left jab for your fatality.
Yeah, they just wobble and fall down. Yeah, that's stupid.
But yeah, the movie was great.
Yeah. I admit my first time watching through, I don't know if it's because my expectations were set at a certain level, but yeah, then the second time I watched it and I enjoyed it a lot more.
I liked it a lot, and I think it's because I went in with low expectations.
Mine were low to start with until I saw the 7-minute
Yeah,
intro and it was really good.
it was so good. But that got my hopes up a lot, but still I was like, it's a Mortal Kombat movie, like the old ones were shit, so I already know this one's going to be better, so I just went in like, I'm not going to be disappointed. Like I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah.
The way they did certain things, I kind of was like, I don't know, but I understand you have to take certain liberties when you try to make a movie out of a game. So I didn't hate it at all. If I were to rate it, I'd give it a 7.
I think I'd give it a 6.5.
Sure. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
6.5, 7. I liked it. I'd definitely watch it again. It was fun. It was fun to watch.
It was definitely fun.
Because-
Lots of, not as much gore as I thought there was going to be, but definitely plenty.
There was plenty. And it's funny because I looked it up and told you about it. There may be less gore because they needed an R rating.
Yeah.
Because I read that the original cut got an NC-17. They had to cut some of the gore out. So I'm hoping for an unrated version eventually.
Kano was a great character. He was
He
so
was
funny.
He was the comic relief.
Yeah, and he was really good.
That the Australian people are always so funny.
Yeah.
Like I told you, he reminded me of Butcher from The Boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're always like super sarcastic and super blunt and like they swear a lot.
Yeah.
And they're hilarious.
Yeah.
And that accent.
I wouldn't want to be on their bad side.
No kidding.
Like they've grown
Well,
up
sometimes
in
I don't want to be on their good side.
yeah, like they've grown up in the harshest like climate in the world. Where there's like spiders that are like bigger than your face.
Literally everything in Australia tries to kill you.
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah, like they'll have like what do they call them? What do they call those spiders? The giant ones.
Yeah.
Something men spider. Huntsman.
Yeah.
And like people that live there, like, oh, there's a spider on my wall the size of a dinner plate. Yeah, that's just something that happens.
Yeah,
here.
like I read the thing where like one lady had it in there and she didn't want to kill it because like they're they're not dangerous, I guess.
No.
Like they don't go after people.
No.
But like I just can't imagine like
they-
waking up and looking up.
They
and
kill
it's-
pests. And there's
it's
yeah,
on the
there's like a
ceiling.
spider on the ceiling, literally the size of a dinner plate.
Yeah, like it could fit on your face
a
and like
foot
wrap
in
around
diameter
your face.
from leg to leg.
Yeah.
Like from toe to toe.
No.
Fuck that.
I don't like ones that are like the size of a dime.
And what are you supposed to do with it? How are you supposed to kill that?
You can't. Fire? Burn
like-
your house down?
Like, you know how like you see a spider on your wall, you might like take your shoe and smack it?
Yeah.
You smack your shoe with that, it's going to grab it and smack you back. with
Yeah.
it.
It's gonna be like, bitch.
Like, what the fuck? Like, how do you kill it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think you do.
I don't know what you'd do.
I don't know what I think I would just burn the whole house down.
Yeah.
Be like, well, I got to start over.
I guess I just wouldn't be in Australia to begin with. Like, it's such a beautiful country from what I've seen.
Yeah. And like, they kind of got their shit together there. Like,
Yeah.
their government's good.
But I think I would rather just not live there because of that.
But I think I would rather die.
Like, I don't even like the non-harmful bugs that are just around here in generic Ohio.
Like a beetle.
Yeah. Like, I'm not crazy about it. Like, if one's crawling on me, I'm going to, like, fucking
You know what
shoo
the
it off.
creepiest shit is? June bugs. They're so creepy.
Yeah, they're
those,
not great.
Those like brown beetles that we
Yeah.
get in the summer.
Yeah.
Dude, my porch is nothing but June bugs in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Because I leave my porch light on and they like the light.
Yeah, they do like the light.
And so if I open that door at night, it's just June bugs as far as the eye can
Mm-hmm.
see.
And then we got those stink bugs that have, like, that shield
Yeah.
pattern on their back.
It's
Those
funny,
are
they
all
call
over-
them stink bugs. And I always heard like if you squish them, they stink real bad. Never smelled them.
Really?
Yeah, like, because I used to get them a lot in my old house and I would just fly swat them. And they never stunk up that
What
bad.
I've heard the story, and I don't know if it's true, but I think what I read is that, like, if you squish them, their pheromones that they give out, like, draw and attract more of them.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I got so many.
So you're not supposed to actually squish them. Like, you know, you're supposed to, like, grab it and, like, throw it in the toilet or something, or throw it outside.
I wonder
or
if
whatever.
that's why I got so many.
Did you
'Cause I
get a
would
lot?
swat 'em. Oh, yeah, we get them all the time out
Yeah,
there.
probably. I feel like I remember reading that's true.
I was a stink bug in a school play once.
Really?
Yeah.
You had a school play involving stink bugs?
It was a bug play. Everybody was bugs. It was like it was like a Bug's Life, but if it was a elementary school play. And I made the worst decision of my life. Okay, so the teacher was letting everybody pick their parts, right? And it got to me, and I don't know if I was just in a bad mood or didn't feel like talking or whatever, but she got to me and she's like, "Who do you want to be?" I was like, "I don't care." She's like, "You don't care?" I was like, "Nah." She's like, "All right, I'll just give you whatever's left at the end." I was like, "All right, cool." The one left at the end was a stink bug.
Yeah,
because
nobody
obviously,
wants to be a stink bug.
not only was I the stink bug was like the main character of the fucking play.
Oh, jeez.
So I had the most lines, and I had to be a stink bug, and and so we had to make our own costumes. My costume was a garbage bag, with holes cut in it, with like stereotypical stinky things like
Yeah.
attached to it all,
Right.
like a sock.
I get it. Yeah.
So I was the stink
Like
bug.
trash. Yeah.
And the plot of the play was everybody hated the stink bug because he stunk. And then like I was like, it was one of those things where it's like eventually they end up accepting me because they find out I'm not such of a bad guy even though I stink. And so I had to get bullied for half the play and act like I was crying and all this shit.
That's funny.
And yeah, I was the stink bug. My other friends got to be army ants. I was a stink bug.
You are a stink bug.
Thanks.
You do stink.
I stink, but
You don't stink.
But then I turn out that I'm an all right guy.
you just stink.
You just stink. And you know what? Sometimes you stink.
There's lots of people like that.
But yeah, I remember one scene that I had to say something right after somebody was especially mean to me. And then I had to like plop down on the floor and act like I was crying. It was the worst. And I remember vividly because we put on the play like 3 or 4 times. And every time there was just a aww across the whole crowd every time because I was such a good actor. I sold that shit, Ty.
I wasn't a good actor. I had to be in a few things, but I didn't.
I should have got a fucking Tony for that.
I didn't like it. I don't like acting.
Isn't Tony what you get for like plays?
For Broadway plays and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I should have got a Tony for that performance.
I mean,
Or like a
Okay.
Timmy. To like give kids a Timmy instead
Yeah.
of a Tony.
is that like from Fairly Odd Parents?
Yeah, sure. Yep. That's where I was going with that.
I feel like that was a thing in one of the episodes.
Maybe.
I could be
They
wrong.
won a Timmy? That sounds like it could have been a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could be making it up. If it wasn't a thing, it should have been.
You won't look it up and
You won't.
check.
You won't do it and comment whether we were right. You won't. No
Right,
balls.
'cause nobody cares to comment
Bitch.
because nobody cares about us.
Now I feel like the stink bug again.
We stink. But we're good guys.
Boo, you stink. But yeah.
Wow, that episode went all over the place.
I don't even remember. I don't remember where we started because I didn't realize that you had started.
Yeah. What did we? Yeah, I don't know where I'm going to.
We started
edit
with
this in.
We started talking about Japanese shit at the beginning.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yep. Hopefully that ends up as actually part of the main thing. And
Otherwise, they'll be like, no, they didn't.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get some good outtakes at the end of this.
Probably. I don't know. They might not be good, but they'll definitely be outtakes.
I feel like anything you get is like a bonus,
Right.
Like you enjoy it.
Yeah. But yeah. Should probably start wrapping it up
Yeah.
here. So we are on social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube.
Yes,
Is that
you
it?
know this. Why do you keep saying it like a question? YouTube,
Are we on YouTube? Do we do that?
the YouTubes.
Are we on the YouTubes? Yeah, we're on the YouTubes.
Yeah,
Still haven't finished that game, but we will.
eventually.
Been working at it for like a year now, I feel like.
It seems like it.
It can't be a year because we haven't done podcasting for a total year yet. Or have we? Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
recently.
we started in February.
Wow.
I mean, we haven't done a year's worth of episodes.
Yeah, because we skip. But you'll have that.
yeah,
But yes, we're on all those things.
we're on all the podcast places.
Check us out. Leave a comment. Leave a like. Leave a 5-star review anywhere you can.
See,
Senor. And that's all we have to say on that.
we'll see you next time.
Nice. I wonder which Japanese for lucky.
Rocky.
Took a minute to sit in. Oh, that was good shit. I don't know, Rocky. Oh, I feel so rocky. Oh, fuck.